guys, so I'm going to go ahead and get a few people added on here. 1 second. So I'm actually just going, alright, I'm going to do a quick hack versus a full out hack. So just give me a second. I'm going to get a couple people on here. I have my little ring light on here, so it's blocking. So it's blocking my typing. So just give me a second. I don't want to like take up too much time with this, so just gonna add a few people, and then oh, this light is so bright, and then I'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so oh, there's a ladybug in here. So when I do a quick hack, usually I just like for everyday makeup, I just do my foundation and maybe some eyeshadow and then mascara. I don't really go all out for that. So I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So if I'm just going to do a regular everyday look, I usually use 1 or 2 of the highlight shades, which is part of the foundation that I wear. So I'm going to use my 30-second hack brush, and I actually use the puffier side down here to blend everything in, and this smaller side here to get in under my eyes. So I use the color June, which is right here. It has a little bit of a yellow tint to it, so that will cover up all of my redness that I have in this area, and also kind of brighten and highlight that area. I also don't generally use a primer beforehand. Sometimes I'll use my e.l.f. primer, but generally I just don't use a primer with this just because I don't need to. I also made sure I exfoliated before today. I exfoliated before I started applying my makeup, just because you want to make sure for your makeup to look smooth, you want your face to already be smooth. Because if there's texture on your face, it's going to show up when you do your makeup and kind of give you a cakey look. So I did exfoliate and used a light moisturizer. I'm just going to use June in these areas that are really red. And then on the other areas of my face, I'm just going to use Moonlit, which is right here. Hey, Shannon. So I'm going to use Moonlit, and I'm going to use the bigger end of my brush for that. And I just put that everywhere else on my face, and then blend that in with the June that I used. And that's just going to... it matches my neck, so that's just going to cover up and blend in everything else to give me one nice solid coverage. And then I use the detail hack for my contour. And today, for everyday look, I usually just go for something light, so I'm just going to use Ash today. And I do more of a natural look for everyday. So I just go right here on my cheekbone, and if you don't know how to find your cheekbone and where you need to contour, you just make a fish face and go right along there. And I just put it on very lightly. If you need to add more, you can always add more, but it's easier to gradually build it than to just apply it all at once. And then I'm just going to put this along my hairline, and then right along the underneath side of my, along my jawline. You don't want to add it on top of it. You want to kind of add it under and swipe down. And then I'm just going to use the bigger side to blend that in a little. And you want to put that into your hairline. I'm going to turn this light down a little. There we go. Yeah, I think that's better. It's very bright. So I'm just going to blend. I might put that back on medium. Yeah, there we go. And then blend that in. And then I just use the 30-second hack brush again, the bigger side, just to make sure I blend that in for a more natural looking finish. And make sure, you want to make sure your foundation matches your neck. You don't want to have like an orange face and then a white neck. So this one really matches and blends in really well. And then, hey Lindsay. So for an everyday blush, I usually use Petal or Desert Sunset. I'm going to use, hey Clarissa, I'm going to use Desert Sunset today. It has a dewy finish. Some of them have like a glossy dewy finish, and then other ones are matte. But I'm going to use a dewy one because I do like just a light, dewy, natural look for day to day. Oh, thank you. I just used a little bit of ash, and I'm going to take this from daytime. I'm just going to use a little bit of this from daytime to nighttime, because usually for daytime I don't really use much makeup at all. So I'm going to use my Perfector and my Stay Spray. And I just put the Stay Spray right on my Perfector and kind of blend it in. And then I just use that to press, with the Stay Spray is the setting powder, setting spray. I just use that to press the makeup in and set it. And usually for day-to-day, I don't even use an illuminator. I basically just do this. I'll throw on some brow gel, and then I might use a little bit of eyeshadow mascara. So I'm going to take this. I'm not going to put mascara on now since I'm going to do eyeshadow. But this is all I do for day-to-day makeup. Really fast, really simple. And then I'll also use the Desert Sunset on my lips. But since I'm going to go from daytime to nighttime, yeah, it just looks natural. It just covers up a lot of the redness, gives me like an even skin tone. But since I'm switching to nighttime, I'm going to leave my eye makeup alone. So for more of a full coverage nighttime look, I would use either my Maybelline concealer or some Moonlit to lighten under my eyes. I'm going to use my Maybelline concealer. This is in the shade Fair because I am very light. So I'm just going to put this directly. I have a break. Okay, good, Marissa. Yes, definitely catch the replay. So I'm going to put this in a pie shape under my eyes. You don't want to just put it like a swipe like that because that just brightens there and kind of accentuates your wrinkles and your under eye circles or mom bags. So you want to bring that down so it brightens the entire area. And then sometimes my nose doesn't want to hold makeup, so I'll also put it on there, and then right on the sides of my nose. And then if you have any place that you know your makeup kind of, that's what I used to do. Yeah, me too. I also used to use one of those little like white triangle sponges to like do my foundation. So I've definitely learned a lot in the past like 9 months since I've became an artist. So if you notice anywhere else that you kind of, your lines kind of, your makeup settles, like mine, I get like the outline there, and sometimes I'll get like the I call them my mom wrinkles from like yelling. So I like to put that there sometimes just for a little extra coverage. So I'm just going to blend that in. Oh yeah, so yeah, those little white triangles, it was just so bad. So I've learned a lot since I became an artist. Expression lines, yeah, I just call them mom wrinkles from doing, like, yelling. So, okay, so I'm just going to blend that in Make sure, you want to make sure you get all of it pressed into your under eyes, or when you put your, I'm going to use powder, so when you put your powder there, if you don't have it blended in, it's a lot harder to get it blended in then. So I'm also going to go a lot more dramatic. Mom wrinkles, yeah, that's, hi Heidi, so that's what I call them. I've been a mom for like 10 years since I was a teen mom, so I've had a lot of time being a mom. So I'm going to make my contour more dramatic as well. I'm going to use shadow, which is this color here. And I'm going to use the detail hack again. I also, sometimes I'll use, for like a more daytime look, I'll use this brush. That's the other side of the powder brush. I love that for like a more natural look as well. So I'm going to use shadow. I'm just going to darken that up a little. And I still am going to blend that out. So I'm just going to darken this a little for a more dramatic look. And then I'm also going to contour under my lip. I keep looking in my mirror. Hey Danielle. Hey Amber. So I'm going to put that under there, and I'm going to blend that in so I don't look like I have a beard. I'm going to use, which brush am I going to use? I'm going to just use this brush again still. So when you contour your nose, you don't want to just cover, like contour all down the side, because then it'll just look like you don't have a nose. You'll just have like a line down the middle. So I'm going to, and it also depends on your nose shape for how you want to contour. I kind of have like a pretty big, like lumpy nose, which I don't care most of the time, but since I'm going all out, I'm going to, where I have this bump, put a little bit of contour there, and then just rape down these sides, and kind of blend that into your eyebrow, and then I will blend all of that in. And then I'm going to add just a little bit of Moonlit. I'm going to use my multitasker, and a little bit of my Moonlit concealer. I'm going to just put that right down the center and right here, just to straighten these lines a little. So I'm going to take my brush, blend that a little, and you want to kind of swipe upwards, not downwards. I'm going to blend that. And you also, when you do your contour, you don't want to go into your smile lines here, or it'll just make your face look too narrow. So I'm going to blend that. I really just love this brush to blend everything in. It just has a little bit of, hello. It has, which brush? First. I think you have this one. I don't think you have this one. Yeah, but I love this one for a more detailed hack. But the 30-second hack brush, I just love to like blend everything because it has the highlight color. So it kind of gives you a good blend. Without adding or taking away that you don't want. See, that just gives you a more, the detailed one, yeah. It just gives you a more, I better blend this in. The one day I went to Walmart without blending that in, and you don't want that. So I just like to kind of tap it to blend. And usually I like more of a dewy. I want to make sure it looks right in the mirror. Usually I like more of a dewy finish, but for this, since I'm going all out, I will do a powder and bake. My skin's kind of dry, so I don't usually bake. I usually just use a little bit of the vanilla dust and press that in with this. The vanilla dust is a pressed powder, the white one right here. So if you have drier skin, I recommend that. But if you have more of an oily skin, then I recommend a translucent loose powder like the Airspun. It's like $6 at Walmart, and I'm sure you can find it at a lot of other places. So for this, I will use my Damp Perfector and a good bit of powder, and I will set it under my eyes. Just like this. And this will, you want to press it in also when you're doing it. And that will set your makeup, but also whenever I'm going to do my eyeshadow, it will help keep any fallout from sticking to my face. And you can put this anywhere that you have, that you know your makeup maybe doesn't usually last very long in that section. So basically anywhere that I put the concealer. And then you also want to put it, I'm going to get a little bit more out of here. You want to put it, or at least I like to put it under my contour. Because I'm just going to go full face. So I'm just going to put right like that, right under my contour. Yes, of course I'm watching Roseanne. That's why I'm doing it now, and hopefully I'm done by then. I was going to do my live at 8 once the kids went to bed, but Chris reminded me that Roseanne was on, so I went live now. So, okay. If you didn't know, I love Roseanne. Whoever's watching that doesn't know me personally or know that. Alright, so this powder is kind of like any loose powder, is kind of messy, so I'm just going to put that to the side as it's falling down all over. So, then I will take a bronzer, which we have a bronzer here. It's called Cayman bronzer, but I really love my butter bronzer, so I'm going to use that. Whew. So, I think I first again. Okay, so I use the fluffy side of my B squared. Just tap into there, and then tap it. And just adding a little bit of bronzer, it just really adds a little extra color to my cheeks, especially for me, because I'm so fair. So I'm just going to tap that, and I love the smell of this. It's like a tropical coconut. Tap it, tap it. Okay. And then I'm just going to add, this light kind of washes me out too, but if I don't have it on, then you couldn't really see as well. So, even without the bronzer, the contour, and it does do a really good job. I'm just doing this to be a little extra. So, and then wipe it off and go to bed, or watch Roseanne. So I'm just going to add a little bit of bronzer down here, because since I'm adding that more glowy look at the top, I want it to kind of match my neck without being like white and then brown. So, and this is just the butter bronzer, just regular bronzer is the shade. And then I will add blush. I'm going to let this bake a little longer. I'm going to use my Jaclyn Hill palette. So I already have my highlight shade. I put that on my eyes. So that will act as my primer. I think Kim's crying. So for my, this will also kind of help if you have hooded eyes. Mine aren't like extremely hooded, but they are pretty hooded. Cam's crying about something. So, do you think I should do a more neutral look or like bright look? I'm not sure. Let me know. I'll wait a second for people. Mom life. Yeah. The dogs, the kids. I don't even know. So I'll wait a minute to see what you guys think I should do for that. While I'm waiting, I'm going to bright. Okay. So I'm going to use my Maybelline. It's a white shimmer. What is this called? Pearl something. It's a light liner. White luster. So I use this bright. Okay. I don't usually do bright ones live because it's like I never know how it's going to turn out, but I'll do it. So I use, I'm going to have to use a mirror for this. So I'm going to use this. This really makes your eyes pop. Okay, so I just put this right on my waterline, because especially if I'm going to do a bright look. So it just really adds some brightness to your eyes. Okay, my brows are so crazy. I'm like they're like in between the grows. I'm trying to like let them grow out to be a little thicker, but they're just a little crazy. It's the witching hour. It's almost bedtime for the kids, so I'm sure it's complete chaos. But at least I'm in here, so. Okay, whew, that one's really shiny. Alright, we're gonna do bright. After I do my brows, I almost forgot, and then I would have just looked a hot mess not having eyebrows. So, I'm going to use, I have so much stuff right here. Whew. Alright, I think I'm just going to use eyeshadow today. So I'm going to use Oak. I'm going to use a mix of these two here. This is Trust and that's Oak. I'm going to do Trust kind of on the outer part and Oak on the inside. So I'm just going to use the Know Your Angles brush. And I'm going to, which color did I just do? I got Oak. So I'm going to use Oak. I'm going to spoolie my eyebrows first. And I'm just going to kind of fill them in a little. I don't add a lot. I don't really change the shape. But I just kind of fill them in because obviously they're very sparse and that's just how they naturally are. I don't like get them tweezed or waxed, or I tweeze them myself a little like on there, but this is just kind of how they are. So I'm just using Oak just to fill them in a little, and then I will darken the ends a little. Yeah, oh, this one's going to be good. Hopefully the other one's as good. This one's always a good brow because I can use my right hand. Yeah, okay. So I'm just going to fill these in a little. That one's good. Okay, and I'm going to do just a little bit of Trust, which is the darker color right here. Just a little bit of that just to darken kind of the outs. What am I trying to say here? The outer section. Because they are, like, there's not a lot of hair here, which is what I'm trying to grow. And my milk's helped my lashes grow, and I think it's kind of helping this grow because there's a whole lot of hair growing right here. Okay, so I'm gonna just add a little bit more right there. Okay, and that's just my natural shape, just a little darker. So I'm going to do that same thing to the other side. Hopefully, that's the plan. So, oh, this hair's in the way. Your makeup. Oh, I try. Practice, lots of practice. Trial and error. So, this side's always a little wonky. So, especially like this part. Can never get it to look the same. So, my hand like hates me when I'm doing this side. Okay, so I just kind of fill it in a little bit. Just my natural shape. I don't know. This one's arch is a little funky. Alright, we'll try to help that one out a little. And the nice thing is about the cream, you can kind of like fix it as you go for the cream foundation. Alright. Oh, yeah, maybe just add a little. This one looks so nice, but I have to make them a little bit more even. Yeah, this one's not gonna do it. I'm just gonna add a little bit more to that side, I guess. There, they look even. You can also use the cream contour for your brows. I don't want them to be like straight there in the middle. Oh, okay. That's how they're going to be today. So I also sometimes I'll use the shadow contour, which is what I used. Sisters, not twins. They're like cousins. I also use the shadow contour for my brows sometimes. But that one, I mean, just takes a few minutes. My nose, am I the only one whose nose like runs when they have makeup on? It's annoying. So I also just clean my brushes. Squirrel. Ugh. So eyeshadow. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyeshadow before I wipe off this powder that way. Because I love my Jaclyn Hill palette. Love it. But it does have some fallout. So I'm going to keep this napkin here in case I need to clean any of my brushes when I'm switching colors. So, oh, okay. should I do like a pink? What color should I do? Like blue and purple, like greenish, whatever, turquoisey and purple, pink and purple. Let's see. I'm going to start with the transition shade. I'm just going to start with, oh, hello. I can't see the thing here with all the comments. I'm going to use these two colors here. I don't know the colors because my friend gave me this palette and it didn't have the sheet, so these brown looking colors. I'm going to do a mix of both of those. And I'm going to just blend that highlight shade in. Okay, so when I do my turquoise and purple. Okay, so when I do my crease, since I do have hooded eyes, I just know where to put it now. But so if you have hooded eyes and you don't, kind of go like where you can feel the bone, but you just want to get right into that crease. Let me get this a little darker. You want to go into the crease, and if you can, kind of do it with your eyes open. That way you can see how it'll look with your eyes open. But you kind of want to go a little above. So kind of, I'm looking in the mirror. Okay, so right here and a little above, because otherwise your eyes will look very closed in. I don't want to get too, yeah, there, see, like right there. And you want to use one that's like just a few shades darker than your skin tone. That way it doesn't look completely unnatural. Yeah. So I'm just going to use a blend of these two. And you can even kind of go like raise your eyes a little so you can get it in there. And you look, I know I look crazy, I know, but it works. And since I just know now, I can do it with my eyes closed and just blend it in. And you don't want to go all the way up to your eyebrow, like your brow bone though, but it will kind of be on the closer to your brow bone. And you don't want to like go all the way like over. Also, how you hold your brush matters. If you're like this, really close, it will be darker. If you're further out here, it will kind of, oh, this hair's in my way. Let's move that out of the way. So it will give you a more blended look and be more light and airy. So, okay. Turquoise and purple. All right. So, I'm going to start, because I'm going to use a eyeshadow primer. So I'm going to start with, I'm going to use a little bit of this one. It's a matte turquoise. I'm going to put a little bit, just a little bit of that into my crease like I did the other one, but not as high. So right into my natural crease. I'm looking in my mirror so I can kind of see. So, and I don't want it, I'm holding it a little bit lower so it's not like, well, bam. And just kind of feathering it. I'm gonna wipe some of that off. Just so you can just see it with my eyes open, like so. Also, 10-year-old girls, if you don't have one, good luck when you do. I can hear her like arguing out there. Okay. So I think those are not even. Not even. Okay, I'm just going to add a little bit to this side. It is really pretty. And you can, I use it sometimes just with the turquoise. If I'm just doing a monochromatic eyeshadow. Just want to make sure that's blended. Yeah, okay. That's blended and even. These colors do like really stick to your brush though, so I'm just gonna wipe that. And if I need to, I can always spray it. This powder is still on my face everywhere. Alright, so purple, okay. I'm gonna take this shimmery purple. It's pretty bright. My mirror's kind of far away, so, and it's kind of hard to do it on the phone. So, hopefully, you're gonna see it on my nose, so. Alright, so, I need to wash this one so I can get the shape back, because it's kind of, like, angled right now, and it's not generally. It's just from how I had it drying, sitting up the rest of the way. So, I'm gonna use a mirror for this part. Okay, so, I have the dark purple, and I'm just going to put it, oh, that's pretty. Okay, so I'm going to use it and just lightly spread it in the outer corner. And I didn't put a lot on because I don't want it to be too crazy. I need a little more. Let me open this back up. Alright. And since, again, I have hooded eyes, I'm going to put it, usually people just V it, and then they'll put it right, like when your eyes are closed, just put it right to there, and then you can't see it as much when you have your eyes open. So I put it just a little bit higher into my crease, lightly, and for this part I am doing closer up because I do want to kind of press it in and have a little bit more control. And I just want this to be lightly into the crease. So I start at the bottom and blend up. And I go about halfway about to my pupil. Alright. And you want to go in, not out, that way all the color's not kind of going out onto your face. Which is always this eye. I hate this side of my face. So, okay. So just kind of start at the bottom, kind of like a liner. And then slightly, slowly blend it upwards. And you want to just be able to see it. Oh, I almost went into my bronzer there. There. Oh, I need a little bit more on this side. Okay, so next I'm going to, before I do the blue on the inside, I'm going to use this brush again with just a little bit of the purple that I just used. Let me get my mirror. And I'm going to lightly line underneath my eye here so that it blends. And I'm also only going to take this not about 3/4 away, not fully in to the center of my eye. And I'm trying to get that kind of a tighter line. I don't want it to be super dark or thick. But that just really makes it pop. And I prefer this over eyeliner just because it's a little more subtle. Oh, got eyeshadow in my eye. Okay. Okay. So next I'm going to do the turquoise in the center of my lid. I'm going to use my tinted eye primer. It is a satin blush finish, and it's just from Ulta. But it's a nice creamy, nice and creamy. It's kind of a light blush color, but I like it. I'm going to use my multitasker. I'm just going to wipe off my highlight color that I used. But this has kind of a shimmery look with it already. So I like to add that if I'm going to do a shimmery color on the inner part of my eye. I need my mirror again. So I'm just going to, I put a lot of it on here to start with. So I'm just going to put a little there, and it's kind of pink, but it will get covered by the blue. So I'm just going to put that in there. And I'm going to kind of do like a partial cut crease. And I try to like not talk when I do this part so I don't like mess myself up. And I like kind of blend it right into the purple that I did. I think I might have put a little bit too much on this one side. So I'm just going to add a little bit more purple right to that area, because I want them to kind of blend together. So I'm just going to put a little purple there, kind of ombre it together. So I'm going to use my multitasker also to apply this eyeshadow. So I'm just going to wipe off that primer real quick. Multitasker for a reason. It's called multitasker for a reason because you can literally use it for everything. So I'm going to go in with this shimmery turquoise. And it is like such a pretty color. And the primer will just make it pop. So, I'm going to use this mirror because the phone doesn't always ring true to how it looks. I'm just going to follow where I put the primer, and that color is like bam. And these, the eyeshadows are like creamy, so I love them. And I like, if I tap them a little, it just has a little fallout. I do love them. But they go on so nice, especially with that primer. It just makes it pop. My sister actually got me the primer, so I'm not sure how much it costs, but I'm assuming it doesn't cost more than like $5 or $10. I'll have to look that up. And it also kind of gives it like, I don't know, I just love it. Okay, so in the middle, I'm just going to kind of take my brush and go lightly over it back and forth, and that'll just make the blue kind of blend in with the purple. It's pretty. Oh, I don't do these on like a general basis, but I really love to experiment with colors, so it's really fun for stuff like that. I think I'm going to put some of this blue on the bottom, maybe. We'll see how that looks. Like on the inner corner. We'll try it. And again, I'm just using this brush just to do, oh yeah, I like that. Okay, just to do, you should probably be able to see this, right where I ended with the purple, I'm putting the blue. Yeah, this, like, is bam. Okay, so I'm going to wipe that brush off. I'm I'm going to go back in with this one. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit more brown up there just to give the transition shade a little bit more of a transition. So I'm going to use that same color that I used earlier just to add a little bit more transition up to the top since I used so many colors. And I'm going to go almost all the way up to my brow bone. Yeah. So, shades. Okay, so right up into there. And then I am going to go ahead and wipe all of this powder off. And adding the powder also just gives you more of like that highlight and brightens those areas. And it really helps the what am I trying to say here? The highlight and contour stick out. This light's making it look a little washed out, but alright, so I'm going to add blush. Now I haven't done that yet because you can add the cream over powder. If I would have added the blush before, it kind of would have got washed out with the powder. So I'm going to go with maybe black cherry. I think I'm going to do black cherry. I'm going to do a lot of bright dark colors. So I'm going to use the smaller side of the B squared. And this one is kind of like stark. So I'm just going to lightly, use my mirror for this, lightly tap right. You want to kind of marry your contour bronzer with your blush. So you kind of put it a little bit above and kind of blend it in. You don't want to put it too high or too low. Yeah, there's still need a little bit more for the other side. And you don't want to get even like too far down here. Ooh, might have went a little too strong on that side. We'll blend it in, it's fine. So I just kind of push it in just to blend it out. And then I'm going to take the perfector just to blend this in a little. And it still has the setting spray on it, so it will definitely help set it, as opposed to just spraying it all over your face and worrying about your mascara running. I like to just put it in there and press it in. Just blend everything in while I'm at it. Make sure all the powder's off. Okay. So yeah, in the container it looks super intimidating, but it is such a pretty color. I might even use it on my lips. So next I'm going to do my illuminator, which a lot of people call highlighter, like when it's in its powder form. I'm going to do a cream and a powder illuminator today. So I'm going to use, I'm going to do Pearl today. So I'm going to use, I have like multiple perfectors. This is the one I use for, it's my old one, so it's super gross. But I use it strictly for illuminator now, and I do wash it still. So I just swipe it along, oh, you can't even see. So I just swipe it along. I'm using Pearl, which is this white one here. And you want to highlight right above your blush and then right here into the center. And it just gives you like a natural, this is without, this is with. And just using the cream gives you more of a natural dewy glow. And then if you want powder, you can add powder over it just to make it pop more, which I'm going to do since I'm going all out. But for day to day, this I just either use none, or if I do want to have a little glow, I'll just put it right in those areas. Just adds the perfect natural sheen. Hey Erin. I got some super bright eyeshadow going on. I'm just going to do a little bit on my nose. And then, oh, you're fine. So then I'm just going to put a little right on my Cupid's bow. Okay, so done with eyeshadow. Can put that thing back. I have to do mascara and lipstick. Mascara and lipstick. So I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara now. I like to use the Maybelline Great Lash just because it gives you like a nice natural looking eyebrow. What am I even saying? Eyelashes. So, but I'm going to curl them first, which I hate doing on camera because I'm like, I'm going to pull out all my eyelashes. So, I'm just going to curl my eyelashes real quick. Thanks, Erin. So, just going to curl these real quick. Okay. It's stuck on my finger. Alright, so I'm going to do the Great Lash first, and then I'm going to use these, the Tarte Lights Cameras Lashes over it just to make them a little fuller. Also, when you want to get more mascara on your wand, go side to side. Don't go in and out and pump all that air into there because that just puts bacteria in there. Little tip. So, I'm going to do my bottom lashes first. That way I don't have to worry about getting anything on, like blinking and then getting it all over my face. I'm just going to put a light coat under there. And just a light coat on, now you can see, a light coat on my upper lashes, just to kind of separate them a little before I put on the other mascara. So then I'm going to go in with my Lights Cameras Lashes. And this one just has like a nice thick wand to give you more of the volume. And if you were going like extremely out, you could do falsies. I'm not really a falsie person. So, just going to put a coat of this on. I might do 2 coats. And then I think I'm also going to do black cherry on my lips. I'm not too sure yet. Cam's running around yelling, like happy yelling. And I would show you what they look like closed. But I'm going to let my mascara dry. Is Roseanne on already? Oh no. I'm almost done. I'm sure Chris DVR'd it for me. He better have. Okay. I need to do my lips real quick. One second. I have to grab my lipstick. I need my lip liner. It's already after 8. Oh. Okay, so I changed my mind. I'm switching not here until 8. Oh, I'm Eastern time. I don't even know what time it is. Whew, I'm recording it. Yeah, we have to wait until the kids go to bed anyways, which is like 8:30, so I think we're good. I think that's what he's trying to do now. It's chaos. Okay, so I'm using my Maybelline. What are you, Maybelline? No, it's Wet n Wild. Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in Never Petal Down. Oh, it's after 8. Yeah, I think. I don't know what time it is. It must be after 8. Oh, got some powder there. Okay, so I'm just going to line. Mariah is my sister, if people don't know that. Anyone that doesn't know that, she's my sister. And we, like, love Roseanne. 8:08, oh no. Okay, so, shh, stop telling me the time so I can do this. Okay, so, I line, like, right with my lips. A little bit of 5:08, whew. Very early there, Erin. Obsessed, yes, okay. So, I have, like, small-ish lips. But I love lip liner. Love it. Oh, my stomach's making crazy noises if you can hear that. It's tea and snack time for me. Okay. That's a thing, right? Like tea and snack time, I do that. Anyways, so lip liner, done. I also forgot to put on my powder highlighter. So I'm going to mix two colors. I saw Kat Fairchild do it and I was like, oh, genius. So, or maybe it was Harmony Views. One of them, another mascara girl. I don't know. April 14th. I'm not sure. I'll let you know. So I saw one of them, maybe both of them. They mixed their Maybelline matte ink, if I can do this. So I'm going to try that. It's Poet and Dreamer are the colors I'm going to do. I'm going to do Poet first because it's more of a nude, and then Dreamer over it since it's more of a pink. I kind of have like a Barbie, like 80s cat, yeah. I have like an 80s Barbie look going on right now. But that's okay. We had like a game night and I did a 90s theme. It was so fun. But I did like a 90s grunge. Road trip. Road trip. Maybe. We'll see. Alright, so. Okay, so that's it. By its Poet by itself is up there. And this is Dreamer over it. I'm going to blend that lip liner too. It's sticking out a little. So I'm going to just use my finger just to soften it up a little. But I love lip liner, just to hold your lipstick there, because I at least have a problem with mine moving all over the place. So should I use my e.l.f. or my Tarte? Which highlighter should I use? If I can open. I still have my fake nails on. Can't do anything with these things on. Like opening like little things. I can't open it. So I guess whichever one I can open is the one I'm going to use. Ooh, if I can open either one, I'm going to have to like gnaw it like an animal with my teeth. I don't even know. Oh no, I can't open it with these nails on. Hey, oh, okay, Tarte it is. So I'm going to use these nails. They're so thick. I can't get my finger in there like to get it. Okay, so this thing, oh no. I like get lipstick on my teeth all the time. I'm a mess. So I'm going to use the Tarte highlighter. And I already have my cream on, which is like really pretty and dewy, but I'm going to go all out. So I'm going to use the Tarte. So I'm going to use the other end of my detail hack and tap it on where I put the cream. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought maybe it was just me failing at lipstick, but thankfully it's not. So I'm just going to put that right there. Oh, I forgot to put some highlighter on my eyebrows, and I just closed it. So we're just going to go in with eyeshadow for that. So I'm going to use a blend of these two colors to highlight my brow bone, since I forgot to do that earlier. And just blend that into the top. It also takes a minute for these lipsticks to kind of dry. So they're a little sticky. And I'm just going to use my finger and put a little bit of that on the inner corner of my eye. And then just blend on it. Alright, and I think I'm going to put, no, I think that's good. I think I'm done. Alright, so I'm going to spritz just a little bit more of my Stay Spray, just to give me a little bit more dewiness. Ooh. With my eyes closed would help, because I just got it in my eyeball. Alright, so I like to have a few little pieces out of my hair. But that's it. If you have any questions about the process of what I did or any of the products that I used, let me know. And I can put any links down there below that for anything that you need, mascara or not. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Bye. Where's the exit? I always do this. I like forget. Just gonna take the light off. There it is. It was hiding behind my light. Thanks. Good night. Bye.